Hello students, how are you? I hope you are fine with your family members and learning something new every day. Today we are going to start the next chapter, that is light, refraction and reflection from the physics part. So let's start with it. Now before going ahead with the topic, let us revise some definitions. What is meant by light? Light is a form of energy that helps us to see things around us, right? The next is reflection. In previous classes also you have studied definition of reflection, mainly reflection through a plane mirror. So what is meant by reflection? When any light is incident on a surface through which it cannot pass, then it bounces back, right? So this bouncing back of a ray of light when it strikes the intersurface between two different media is known as reflection of light. Now here I have shown reflection of light by a plane mirror. You can see in this diagram there are two rays. One is called the incident ray and the other one is the reflected ray. Incident ray is the ray of light which strikes the any surface. Then the ray of light which gets reflected from a surface is known as the reflected ray. There you can see a small straight line. It is called normal. This normal is an imaginary line perpendicular to the plane of the surface. I is the angle of reflection. Now what is this angle of reflection? It is the angle made by the incident ray with the normal. And this R is the angle of reflection, which is the angle made by the reflected ray with the normal. Now do you remember the laws of reflection? In previous class you have studied about laws of reflection. So the first law states that angle of reflection is always equal to angle of incidence. And this incident ray, reflected ray and the normal at the point of incidence of the reflected ray and the incident ray. Okay, normal at the point of incidence of the incident ray, this point. All three of them lie on the same plane. So these are the two laws of reflection. Let us revise. Angle of reflection is equal to the angle of incidence. The incident ray, the normal to the mirror at the point of incidence and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. So these are the two laws of reflection. Let's move ahead. Now the main topic of this class is spherical mirrors. Now these spherical mirrors are part of spheres, therefore they are known as spherical mirrors. They are called spherical mirrors, right? Because they are part of spheres, glass spheres. They are made from glass spheres by cutting this side, one side. Now here you can see, if we take a part of a sphere, then we get two surfaces for making the mirror. So here this and this, you can see different mirrors. One side of the mirror is painted and one side is made reflecting by polishing it. So if the inside surface is the reflecting one, then it is known as a concave mirror. If the outside surface is the reflecting one, then it is known as a convex mirror. Okay. Now here you can see some more terms. Here you can see C. C is known as the center of curvature. So it is the point, the center of the sphere from which the spherical mirror is made. Okay, you can see this C on both the mirror. Okay, so this C is called the center of curvature. Now here radius of curvature. So radius of curvature is the radius of the sphere from which the mirror is made. Okay, then here principal axis. So this line which passes through the center of curvature is called the principal axis. We will see further about it in the next slide. Now here you can see P, that is called pole. This pole is the center of the reflecting surface. It is the center of only this surface, the reflecting surface, center of the mirror, right? So observe these 3 points carefully. Let's see. Now here outside is a reflecting surface, so it is called a convex mirror. Inside is a reflecting surface, it is called a concave mirror. Now here this is reflection through spherical mirrors. Now what happens when rays of light, all parallel rays of light is called a beam of light. Okay, beam of light consists of many rays of light which are parallel to each other. If they are incident on mirrors, then what happens to them? First we will see some terms related to this spherical mirrors. Here you can see P. All of you are familiar with this. P is the center of the mirror, reflecting surface, center of the reflecting surface. Then here F and C. C, you are familiar with it now. It is the center of curvature. Then the distance between P and F, P and C, it is the radius of curvature. Okay, it is the radius of curvature. Now here you can see a point F where all the rays are meeting. So this is known as a principal focus, or also simply focus. Now how will you define a principal focus? Now this point, it is a point on the principal axis at which the incident rays after reflection from the spherical mirror meet or appear to meet. Okay, they are actually meeting in case of a concave mirror, but they appear to meet in case of a convex mirror. Okay, so this principal focus, the distance between P and F, is known as the focal length of the mirror. Now what is the relation between this F and R, radius of curvature? So R is the distance between P and C. Okay, radius. Then this F is half of the radius, right? Or R is equal to 2F, 2 times F. Okay. Now here if you observe, you can see that all the rays, after they are reflected from the mirror, they meet at one point. It means all the rays are converged. Therefore concave mirror is also known as a converging mirror. and here you see that all the rays after reflection from this mirror, they go in different directions. It means they are deflected, they are diverged. So a convex mirror is also called as a diverging mirror. Then if you extend these rays on this opposite side, then they appear to meet at this point F. Okay, so therefore the focus of the convex mirror is on the opposite side. Now what else is different here? Now if all the rays they actually meet at a point, then the image formed is a real image. And if they appear to meet, or if they meet after extension, then the image formed is a virtual image which cannot be caught on a screen. You may be aware of it. Okay, real image. So a concave mirror generally forms real image only in a few cases where it forms a virtual image, but a convex mirror always forms a virtual image. Okay, you should take care of this. Now